Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Rogue Deck video. In today's video, we'll be looking at, Greninja and Zoroark GX tag team deck from the latest Unbroken Bones set. So Dark Pulse, 250 HP, Darkness Pokemon, 1 Darkness, 1 Colorless Energy, 30 plus 30 for each energy attached to all of your Pokemons in play. Those energies needs to be a Darkness Pokemons. Dark Unit GX for the same amount of the energies. Put two in any combination of Darkness Pokemons, GX and EX from your discard pile on your bench. If you have at least 1 extra energy attached to the Greninja and Zoroark GX, you can add 2 energy cards from your discard pile to each of those Pokemons and put them on the bench in any way you like. I think this is probably going to be the best deck in expanded format, with dark patches being around. It's gonna be just so badass. And also with that new Darkrai GX, I mean it's not the new, it's pretty much the old Darkrai GX, plus that Darkrai Prism. This is probably gonna be the top competitive future expanded deck. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Weakness is probably not gonna be the big deal, because you can still play weakness policies and protect yourself from the weakness and from those fighting decks as well. So I decided to go straight away with 4 copies of Greninja and Zoroark GX. Then I decided to play, instead of the Incernior, because a lot of players actually like to play this deck with Incernior, I decided to go with the Sharpedo with the Grid Evolution, and I found it very useful and pretty good and pretty fast and much stronger. 110 HP, minus 20 resistance to the Psychic decks. Still it's vulnerable to, let's say, Melamar and to the Giratina, because Giratina can easily knock the Sharpedo out, and then you can lose up to 3 energies from Sharpedo and, minus 90 damage. Not a big deal still. You can swing for hard and still you have those energy switches, so you can move energies around. When you play Sharpedo from your hand to evolve Carvana, you can just look at the top 6 decks of your card and, put pretty much any darkness energies you find there on the Sharpedo. Still, you can ban Fangs for like 120 in this case, which is pretty good, and it has only 1 retreat, so I kind of like it, because it's a stage 1, you don't rely on the rare candies and stuff like that. There's also Darkrai with the Nightmare Star, which says that when you put Darkrai from your hand on your bench, you can attach up to 2 Darkness energies from your hand to it, so you can add even more energies. And then we have 1 Marshadow and 1 Tapu Lele GX as well. In addition to that, I'm running 4 copies of Nesball, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, and 2 copies of Mystery Treasure for the setup. As much as possible, we only want to play this deck on the consistency and the full speed. There are also 2 copies of Energy Switch, 1 Stadium, which is a black market, 2 Choice Bands for the extra damage, and then for the draw support, I decided to go with 4 Cynthias and 4 Lilies. Only 2 copies of Guzma and 2 copies of Acerola, which basically means that if our opponent is not capable to go for the one-hit knockout, we can Acerola Greninja, we can move energy switches to another Greninja, and then we can simply, attack for the new Dark Pulse and keep ourselves alive and in much more comfortable zone. There is also a black market, which says that when a Darkness Pokemon is knocked out that has any Darkness energy attached to it, opponent takes 1 prize less. So if our opponent knocks Sharpedo with the energy, it won't be able to take a prize if we have black market. If he knocks our Greninja with the energy, it will take only 2 prize cards, which is a pretty good thing. And there are also 18 energies in total. I mean, theoretically, you can also tag some Ultra Beast. You can also tag, for example, some Ultra Beast Darkness Pokemons, for example. And then you can play, let's say, Guzzlord. You can play, basic Guzzlord, and then you can play, for example, instead of the Sharpedo, 4 copies of Guzzlord, 4 copies of B-String, and let your opponent take 2 prize cards, so you can activate that B-String effect. There's a possibilities to do this as well. I'm also gonna cover this deck maybe tomorrow, maybe for a couple days, I don't know. I'm also looking forward to build this type of the deck as well as Greninja with, Incernior, so I can actually see which is the best way to go. But I don't know, maybe after the post rotation, Guzzlord with the B-String and with Greninja might be thing to go, you know, because we're not gonna have Guzman and stuff like that, and this seems to be very, very powerful, but who knows, we're gonna see. So yeah, make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck list. Which is your favorite Greninja tag team deck list or combination to go with it? So yeah, let me know, and let's move on to the game test so you can see this deck in action. So see you in the game. Alright, there we go. So would you like to go first? Yeah, definitely. As long as I can open the game starting first with Greninja and Zoroark GX in the active position, this is pretty much all I need. So starting first, having this Greninja in the active position, having another one as a top deck, not bad, not like to play versus Zapdos at all. So this is going to be a Tapu Lele play into the Lele turn 1 for 5 extra cards. I could definitely risk with the Marshadow, but I decided rather to go with the Tapu Lele for now, and let's see if we can get something useful here. Yes, we can. Alright, so 2 Carwanas on the bench. Dark Pulse turn 2 potentially can be a huge, but we will see. And there's a Podtown in play. And the Nazball. Yeah, this can actually be tricky a little bit, because then my opponent won't need, you know, a electric power in order to swing for the one-hit KO against my Sharpedos with the Zapdos. But never mind. I still run one copy of Black Market, so hopefully I can get that Black Market in play sooner or later. There's a house, so he's drawing 3 extra cards, and then he can go with a Stellar Wish. Really interesting. Energy Spinner as well. Wow. Some sort of unique deck builds on the other side. Really original how an Energy Spinner play in Zapdos deck, Zapdos Jirachi. People actually like to play different builds. I still think that Lily is better than How, but I don't know. And another Energy Spinner, wow, that's amazing. Well, if I can get something like 3 copies of Energies with Sharpedo, I can definitely go for the knockout versus Zapdos. Let's see how many energies I can get. 2 energies, that's still actually enough for the knockout after I play Guzman. And after I retreat onto my so yeah, this will be a energy switch play onto another Greninja, and then I'm gonna swing with my Dark Pulse for 120, which is enough for the knockout, and for the next turn I have Ace Roll available, which basically means that I can scoop my Sharpedo back into my hand and I can recharge my energies again, which is a pretty badass play. Plus I can also Ace Roll in case if my opponent if he damaged my active Greninja Zoroark. So far so good. I'm already way ahead of my opponent. I'm hitting for 120 already. Next turn this damage will be increased at least for 30 more, maybe even for 90 more, plus 30 for energy from my hand, so up to 120 can be increased the next turn, which means that I can double the amount of damage done to my opponent Pokemon's in play by only 2 energies to the active Greninja and Zoroark GX. So, still waiting to see what will be the next play. So there is a Rescue Stretcher into that Zapdos. We all know that my opponent have plenty of energies, lighting energies in his hand available. He can play those lighting energies. The question still remains, does he have Switch? He have, so they can Thunder Result for 80. He could increase that damage a little bit more with Electric Power or maybe Choice Band. So there it is, a Choice Band, so the damage will be increased to 120. And right now it all depends how many energies I will hit with the Sharpedo play, because I might even decide to scoop my active Greninja from play. So let's see. How many energies will I get? 3 of them. Perfect. That means that it's pretty much safe to scoop this Greninja and put basically another one in play. So I'm hitting with my Dark Pulse for 180 right now. Next turn this damage will be increased for 30 more. And there is another energy card. So I just need 3 energies for the one-hit knockout versus Zapdos, which is a good thing, even if my opponent managed to knock this Sharpedo with 3 energies from the bench. And still this bad Fang's attack can go for 120 with 3 energies, which is also pretty cool. Alright, so there is a skateboard, meaning that right now he can retreat for free, even under the special condition. And the question still remains, can he get another Zapdos in play? There's a Pokemon Fan Club, so with the Fan Club he can definitely get 2 more Zapdos in play. And he can be 100% positive that he can keep going for 80. I already have 2 price advantage, and he will need some time in order to one-hit knock on my Greninja with his Zapdos, and he already played that supporter card, which means that he can't go for the Guzma Sharpedo play. And I have plenty of time remaining in order to build up another Greninja. Meanwhile, I can play Cynthia, and I can maybe get, you know, a Black Market in play, for example, which is a very cool stadium for me right now. And I will go for another Sharpedo just to see if I can get maybe more energies going on, because potentially next turn I can even attack with Sharpedo and knock this Zapdos out. So that's a Dark Pulse for 240. There we go. 240, taking 1 prize card, which is a Darkrai. So even Darkrai can give me some advantage and some edge against my opponent. So right now he will also need a stadium, because if I have Black Market in play, if he can knock my Greninja out, it will only provide him 2 prize cards instead of the 3. So that's also a good thing. And there's a Choice Band. So 110. And 110, it's 220, so 1 more Electric Power is all he really needs in order to be able to knock my Greninja for 3 prize cards. Still, it's not going to be 3, it's going to be 2 because of the Black Market involved in play. Nope, just the Thunderous Assault for 110, which is a really, really bad thing for him right now. And I do have Lily play, which will give me the Acerola, which basically means that I can even pay the retreat and knock my opponent out, which basically means right now that he needs a energy plus Guzma. So yeah, he will need energy plus Guzma plus plus nothing, plus Stadium actually, to reduce the damage. To remove that actually minus price advantage. So let's see what he can get with that. Stellar Wish play. Stellar Wish into the Guzma is all he really needs right now, and all he really hopes to get. But I already took 4 prize cards, so it's pretty much GG. I also have Acerola in play, so if he can't knock my benched Greninja, I mean, that's literally it. Even if he can, I will take the knockout, and next turn I can still scoop my Greninja and put another one. So there's another Stellar Wish. He definitely desperately trying to get that Guzma, probably. Still, as long as he can't remove Black Market, it's a -1 price card as well. And big problem for the Zapdos is unfortunately low HP. That's the biggest disadvantage. And that's my biggest advantage. And he didn't have that very important electro power turn before for the. However, he have Guzma. So he have Guzma. He can knock my Greninja with a Thunderous Assault. And draw only. What the heck? I didn't have energy attached. Alright. Yeah, black market didn't count in this way. Never mind, I guess. Never mind, I guess. He got lucky there. Let's go with a Dark Pulse once again. 240. He took 3 prize cards. Okay, not a big deal. I didn't pay attention on the black market rule. And there's the energy switch. And since I have Ace Rolla, even I don't think he can actually pull the 3 prize card knock on this turn. It's really unlikely that he will be able to do that. Lightning energy attached to Zoroark. And this is it. Well, that's the GG. I think Sharpedo is a little bit faster than the Incernior, but Incernior might be a little bit harder to beat. It might be a little bit stronger, but at least you have non-GX attacker as well, and I don't know, somehow I prefer it over the Incernior. I don't know why. So Retreat to Stellar Wish. Maybe he's trying to get another Guzma to buy himself a turn, trying to maybe catch Sharpedo or maybe Tapu Lele. Maybe he somehow wants to get, you know, yeah, he already played Put Town, so he won't be able to attack for 2 energies. But still, he will need like 2 Electro Powers and Choice Band in addition to that. Which is a lot of resources, and it's really hard right now for my opponent to get all of those resources in play. Switch back to Zoroark. Alright. And full voltage GX. Okay, at least he can use full voltage, he can attach some energies, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I'm hitting for 270, so hitting for 270, that's more than enough for the knockout against the Zoroark. It's more than enough for the knockout versus Tag Team's Tag Team Pikazakrum, even against oh, we even managed to top that Guzma, so we can knock that other Zoroark out instead. So yeah, pretty much Greninja can go for the knockout versus anything in the format, which is pretty cool with that Dark Pulse. So top deck Guzma for another knockout, and that's the GG. Definitely MVP with 1260 damage deal in total. That's the GG. Alright, so coming back with the game number 2, and let's see what we can fight in the game number 2. Looks like some sort of the Metal Psychic deck on the other side of the field. Looks like I'm not gonna start with Greninja again. But I do have Ultra Ball available, so I can search my deck for one. Alright, Naganandel featuring Stack Attacker with the Ultra Wall. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. I do have some resistance, which is a good thing, but still. I still think that probably retreating my Carwenha and preserving it is the best way to go. Will we see a Let Loose play? I think we will, probably, but I don't know. Maybe no, maybe just another Poipole and then just Ultra Space for another Poipole, because if you play Marshadow Let Loose, you have less Ultra Beasts in play, and you really don't want to do that. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. We're gonna find that out very soon. Yeah, so another Poipole, Ultra Space for another Poipole, or did he already use Ultra Space for Stack Attack? Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, he did. Alright, actually, that's okay. Okay, so let me see something. Ultra Ball for Acerola, and let's go with that energy. So I'm gonna grab probably a Greninja Zoroark. I have only one energy switch. I know that the odds are actually really high to pull that energy switch, so let's go safe play here. Maybe I can get a couple more Carwanas in play. There it is. Another Nazball. And that's it for now. For turn 2, I'm gonna have 2 Sharpedos in play with the Grid Evolution for sure. Plus I'm gonna have a Mystery Treasure for potentially Let Loose. Is this a Beast Energy? Yes it is. Alright folks. I'm dealing 20 damage less because 2 Ultra Wall stack attack us. And there's the third one, so that's a minus 30. That's a minus a lot. There's the Naganandel, there's the big guy with the Beast Raid who can hit pretty much for a lot of damage. 110, goes for the resistance pretty easy with that Beast Energy. And right now it's my turn to shine, and who would thought that I'm gonna top deck Energy Switch? Oh, only one energy card. This looks so bad right now. Another one. 3 energies is what I need. There we go, that looks much better. So, will I risk with the Let Loose being involved? I guess I will. Which means that I'm also gonna have opportunity to play. Oh, look at this! There's a Darkrai, guys, but no energy. Let's rather go with a Cynthia. We need that energy. Lily is a good, but still, there it is, a energy card, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, that's it. So I literally need a... Okay, I'm gonna throw out that Acerola... No. We're gonna throw out Lily and... Acerola play. Who cares? Let's go for it. Gonna keep that energy switch in my hand. And I'm gonna put that Darkrai on the bench for 1 extra energy, and I can still that energy switch play, but Dark Pulse should be enough, so that's 240 even without Darkrai. There we go, Guzma and another energy. Damn, I was hoping for maybe at least, you know, another Greninja so I can potentially retreat and move energies, but it doesn't matter too much because I'm hitting for 240. Even if he can put another Naganandel in play, there's no way he can go for the one-hit knockout because I have resistance minus 20. And that's gonna be pretty much it. So, can he knock my Sharpedo out? Unfortunately, he can't. He can't because I have minus 1 resistance, so he need to deal 130, and the best thing he can go is like a 120. There's a Dark Dusk Shot, a Dusk Mane Necrozma, plus right now he can use advantage of Beast Rings. And there we're gonna see a Naganandel with the Beast Raid. So there it is. Beast Raid for only 100. I mean, that's literally all he can do right now. And meanwhile, I can set another copy of Greninja in play. Definitely a good thing that I kept my energy switch. And that's 270. That's another knockout with Greninja and Zoroark. There's another Kawena and Darkness Energy, and that's it, my friends. This is the GG because I have Guzma available next turn for the knockout versus Takataka, and that's literally it. Alright, so there's another Poiball. I mean, Ultra Beast deck. Definitely good, definitely strong, but with so many tag team Pokemons in play, I still think that those Ultra Beast decks are not still good as they was before. So I can add another energy somewhere, it doesn't matter where, and yeah, definitely I like my opponent deck. I can Dark Pulse for 270, it would be 300 if I had a choice band, but overall that's it. That's the GG. That was actually... I mean, it was easy, definitely. I mean, that game number 2 was literally easier. I mean, even game number 1 was not a big deal for the Greninja, you know. So 2 quick wins under 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoy watching the video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. Let me know what you think about the deck idea. Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit the thumbs up also if you want to see a Greninja in action with insert your GX. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. So till then, have a nice day and goodbye.